Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Shadow Xtreme, and this is my 7 craziest stunts I ever did in my life that I caught in video. Why 7? Because I can only think of 7. So this one's a stunt number 7. This was back in 2003. I was 16 years old at this time. There was a bunch of us friends. We were all just chilling out this one certain area in the bushes that we used to we just thought that could be our hangout because there was a cliff. And one of the friends in the group there had a rope, and so he climbed up in the tree and he tied it up around the rope. So and then that was our little spot where we wanted to just swing around the tree, and because it was fun. It was pretty fun. So there was a big patch of bush in the bottom, and looked more deeper, and there was like a couple stumps, and then I looked at it like there was a little area in the middle there where if I land there, I'll be okay. We did a little scene there where I was standing at the edge there, and somebody was like, "Hey man, what's up, man?" And I'm like, "Hey, I didn't do anything." And then they grabbed me, spin me around, and it looked like they threw me, but I did most of the work. You could just tell. And I was just laying there like, holy heck, how did I survive this? But number 6. This one goes back to 2008. So this is during just right after school. I saw this building, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a double backflip off of that building. As I was up there, I was trying to measure it with my sight, looking downwards, measuring it, and then I was trying to aim where I wanted to land. I was like, all right, okay, here we go, and I went for it, and then I kind of overshot it, and I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of air. I can do it. I can do it.
That was brilliant, dude. Everyone lands are cold.
Close it and hold it with your other hand. Cover your other hand.
That was awesome. What? That look wicked. How do you shut off?
So I went running right up there. Went back up to the 3rd floor, and then I got out, and I was just really trying to calculate my measurement again, but how much speed I need to flip. I saw a couple of vehicles coming. I was like, oh, I gotta do this quickly. So I just did it. I went, and I just held on to my legs for as long as I could, and I just let go, and I did it. I did a double backflip off a 3-story building, landed in the snow, man. I was so sick, so excited. I was like, yes, I did something.
That faggot.
Number 5 craziest stunt I ever did. This one goes back to 2013. One of my friends were playing with a needle and a thread, and I was like, "Hey man, we should do something with this." And then so I was like, "You know what? I'm sick of you guys farting. How about if I just sew my nostrils together?" So pulled out the camera, and we're just sitting there. I was like, "You know what? I'm sick of you guys. You and you. I'm sick of all these people farting. So I'm gonna sew my nose together." And then so we went through the nostril here.
Ouch.
Well, pull it out. Yeah. Go. Pulled it out, and then through the other nostril right here. No. There we go. Oh, okay. And I tied it up, and then it kind of felt like there was it's kind of throbbing a little bit there. But anyway, so I did that, and then I was enjoying it for a bit. Should tie it up for it.
Let's go back and forth.
Oh, no way, that hurts.
Just imagine. There's that one side there. Real, just a little.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Pull it out now.
And then when I was taking it out, that's when it felt really weird, like I was just cutting it more. When I was pulling the thread, oh, it just feels weird. I just feel like I'm gonna slice my nose right in half. You can't, especially when I was the last bit of the thread on this side, I was like, ah! Oh. So that was very exciting. So if you guys are sick of people farting, just sew your nose together. Oh, am I bleeding out? Is that blood?
Yeah.
Nice boogers.
Over this side. Nothing? All clear. Clear?
Yeah. Okay, number 4. So this one takes place in 2004. A bunch of us had like skateboards, but it was kind of hard to do skateboarding in the reserve because it's all gravel. There's no concrete roads or anything, or any concrete sidewalks or cement. We did whatever we could or learn whatever we can, what we have, and then sometimes we just do a bunch of crazy stuff. Okay, I'm going to attempt to do an ollie off your house. So I climbed up the house, and then my friend came up there with me. I was kind of like really debating, but then once I heard it's like action, and the camera was recording. I was like, oh, all right, here we go, and I just went for it. Got on the skateboard and I did an ollie, and I didn't even think about what's gonna happen after that. So I just jumped and I landed on the ground really hard. Ugh! Hurt my hip a little bit, and then. But I wasn't like, it didn't really hurt a lot. It was like, holy crap, I actually did it. So I was still full of adrenaline, so I just climbed up I climbed the little deck there and I did a backflip, and I was like, ooh, I did it. Number 3. So the number 3 goes back to 2011. A couple of friends of mine came over and just chilled out, and we were talking about doing kind of different stunts. And then he's like, hey, I have a skidoo. What do you want to do with the skidoo? And I was just sitting there thinking, maybe we could tie my legs to it and pull me.
Honey, stuntman. Say hi. Say hi.
And then drew by, and I was like, maniac. I didn't know what to expect. It just pulled me. I had no control of what was going on. So I just went. So I hit really hard, but then everything was all good there. I was just looking up in the sky, just laughing. You know, one of those laughs where you don't make any sound. You're just like. And then I sat up. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, that was a good one. That was really a good one. And then apparently, I landed on some dog crap. But it was frozen dog crap. Okay, number 2. This takes place in 2013. I have this snowboard, and then once in a while we go snowboarding and just play in the snow for a bit. But this one day we wanted to do something like a stunt of some kind. My attempt was to try to jump over my friend while he was snowboarding towards me. Whatever velocity or whatever speed he was doing, I had to try to jump over him. So, and then he was coming down the hill, and he's like, "All that speed," and I'm like, "Holy crap! When do I jump?" But as he came closer, I just jumped. I just went for it. I jumped, but I didn't succeed. I hit him. His head hit me really hard, and I went flying, almost landing on my head. But he got me really good. Oh, I was like, oh man, that was crazy. I ended up ripping my favorite pants. My favorite pants is gone. Okay, number 1. The number 1 craziest stunt I ever did. So this one takes place in 2004. So the day came, you know, I come to go bug my friend, you know, like, hey, let's do something, let's do a stunt. And he pulls out a staple gun. Here.
411.
Don't record and hit me. I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's try that. So I stapled the skin of my arm onto my leg. So then I was trying to think of a name for it, and then he started recording.
Roland, you don't know what's a leg arm?
Nope.
I'll show you what's a leg arm.
Okay.
All this time since I was small, I always wanted a leg arm. So I'm going to get a leg arm while I have the chance. You see it? Show you a leg arm. The leg arm. The leg arm.
So I did it. The first time wasn't that bad, just a little sting.
The leg arm.
Kind of like tickled a little bit, I guess. And so I went for another one. And then I went for another one. So there was 3 staples in my arm onto my leg. Then I took it off and then I ripped them off. And then I checked my leg and there was blood on my leg too. So and then that was actually pretty fun. And then after that, it was kind of like a thing to do. I did it so many times. Like every time I was hanging out at other people's places, like friends or whatever, and they have a staple gun, I'd be like, check this out. And then, so it kind of became like a thing for a while. I don't really do a lot of like videos like this, like introducing it in video where I speak to the camera. I don't really do stuff like that because I think a little bit is kind of too weird. Because I'm talking to myself pretty much, I guess. But when people watch this video, I guess I'm talking to you guys. So I'm talking to you guys.
Hurry up, Shadows! Let's go!